Okay. Hey, T!
Hey.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. You are a second time podcast interviewee, if I
Yes,
speak for myself.
yes.
So welcome back everyone to the podcast where we celebrate powerful stories and bold voices and the women who continue to shape our communities and our future. In honor of Women's History Month, this episode highlights the strengths and resilience and brilliance of women who led with purpose and passion. Throughout history, women have pushed boundaries, broken barriers, and created pathways for the generations that follow. Today's conversation is all about inspiration, impact, and the journey of a woman who is making difference in her own unique way, which I love, by the way. We'll talk about her story, the lessons she learned along the way, and the wisdom she hopes to pass on to others. So, whether you're listening on your morning commute or you just have me turn on in the house while you clean during a quiet moment or a moment of reflection, thank you. And don't forget, never stop chasing those dreams. This episode
Hey.
is for you. Let's begin. Hey, T, welcome. Welcome back.
Thank
Welcome
you for
back.
having me again.
Yes. Yes.
I'm honored.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
And we're
yes.
just gonna hop right in. What did
Okay.
you have to unlearn to become who you are today?
I had to unlearn um being quiet, making myself small
Mhm.
in spaces. So I had to unlearn that. I had to learn to show up as I am and speak up for myself. That was a hard thing for me growing up, coming from the family I came from. It wasn't too much speaking up. Very much frowned upon. So I really had to learn
Mhm.
to,
Speak up.
speak up and use my voice.
Yeah, and just be bold. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, when did you
Bold and
realize?
audacious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you realize that you were stronger than you thought?
When I was met with life's challenges and I got up the next day and kept going.
Mhm.
Like I feel like, okay, this is what it is right now. This hurts, or but you know what? I got shit to do. I'm not gonna let this get me down. You
Mhm.
got this. Power through. Let's go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. How do you handle self-doubt?
I speak a lot of life into myself. So a lot of conversations with myself because I do question myself. But going to therapy, I
Mm.
learned that I need to trust myself more. So that going with your gut and trusting yourself, and yeah, like you got this, girl. So you might have to have the little conversations to yourself in your head or in the mirror in the car. Today I was having a whole conversation about how I'm gonna tell somebody like I'm no longer doing this because it doesn't serve me anymore. And it was a
Right.
whole script in my
Yeah.
head about
You,
practice. Like, girl, you got this.
you
It
got
felt
this.
a little crazy in the moment, like, girl, you really having a conversation in this car by yourself. But
Yes.
whatever you need to do what you need to do that.
Do
So
that.
yeah, just speaking to yourself, speaking highly to yourself and of yourself, and just not let that fear get in the
Yeah.
way. So
So, what advice would you give to your younger self? It could be an advice about like how to handle self-doubt or how to just
mhm,
keep going. What would you tell your younger self? Let's just say your younger self 10 years ago.
mhm. I would say you are good as you are. Like in whatever form you are in, you show up as yourself, and you are good enough as you are. Like because that's what comes with the self doubt. You don't feel like you're good enough for this, or you don't
Mhm.
deserve this, or So
Mhm.
no, you wherever you are, you're good enough. Show up as your authentic self. And I always say somebody like it. Somebody out
Gotta
there, you're
stick
speaking.
to
It's
yeah,
gonna hit
it's gonna
somebody.
hit
Everybody might
somebody.
not like it, but somebody's gonna reach. And you
Uh-huh.
are for somebody. You might not be for everybody, but you're for somebody, whether it's a job, friendship, relationship, whatever. There's something out there
Yeah,
for you. So don't dumb yourself down. Like show up as your authentic self. You are good as you are. You don't need to perform. You don't need any extra anything
yeah,
special, so you are good enough as you are. So
yeah.
that's what I would tell my younger self.
Yeah, and I mean that's good advice because if I had
Hmm.
like that advice for personally for me and for my younger self, I feel like I would have been a bit bolder, a little bit more
Hmm.
sooner, like show up as who you are. You are who
Right.
you are. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, what doors did you have to walk through alone?
um I was I don't think I really had to walk through any doors alone. I think I did a really good job of cultivating a community
Mm-hmm.
of people and friends. I would say when it's time to walk through said doors, you got to do it alone. You, I'm sorry, somebody's calling me in the middle of the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
um, I've had to do that alone. So like, if it comes to like I said, like speaking up for yourself, like your people can give you all the advice in the world, but you have to show up and you have to actually do it, or
Right.
so. But I've cultivated a pretty good community there. I don't ever feel like I'm alone and I can't lean on my people for
Okay,
support or
so you can
guidance.
say
You know what
like
I mean?
you had people to hold your hands to get to the door, but you just walked through
Yes. So
alone.
it took me to walk through the door. Now I would say that it
Right.
take a lot for me to walk through a damn door because
Hmm.
I'm like let me see if this is, and that's again that comes with that self doubt of oh should I, or
Or
so no,
yeah,
okay, no,
yeah,
you
yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta walk. At the end of the day, you have to kind of push yourself and get through whatever
Get through
door it
the door.
is.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
I understand. What legacy are you intentionally building right now?
The legacy is that I intend to leave, and that's with my girls, my daughters, or anybody I come in contact with is be themselves. Like you are your greatest asset.
Hmm.
You take away all the material things, what you got. I think one of the hardest questions, like somebody ever ask you, like, who are you? And you'll start naming off degrees and
Yeah, all the
tangible
accolades.
things, material. Yeah. And it's like,
Yeah.
but without all that, who
Who
are you?
are
At your
you?
core, who are you? Those your
Yeah,
values, the things that make you up. So
yeah.
that's why I want to leave a legacy of people that I've impacted, and even my daughters, of strong women that are able to speak up for themselves, to
Hmm.
love themselves just the way they are, and not shrink for anybody or any room. So
Hmm.
I'm leaving behind a legacy of confident, strong, powerful women. That's what I want to do. I apologize in
Yeah,
advance for that dog. She's
yeah.
probably gonna start acting up. But
And leading up to that, I feel like this is like a big follow-up question to what you just
Mhm,
said. Thinking about who you are and how unique you are and all the things that you're doing for yourself and for
mhm.
others, what do you hope women like you never forget?
I hope I never forget that I am loved,
Yeah.
because sometimes you might not feel loved, but you are loved.
Yeah.
That I'm valued.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I would say that.
Yeah. Love and value, I think those play very vital roles as we
Hmm.
go about our everyday lives because sometimes we question ourselves when we go through things like, am I loved?
Hmm.
You know?
Right.
It's the, yeah. So I love that. How do you balance, this is like a contradictory question, softness and strength?
Because that's what I'd be that's what I'd be working on to date.
Okay.
I feel like strength I got down pat, because when you grow in survival, you learn strength very quickly. Like we got to be strong. We don't care what's going on. I'm gonna get to it. I got to work. School. Yeah, we're always thinking of our goals and the next thing. Like I said, powering through. It's the
Yeah.
softness that's hard. So, like, but I've learned to be intentional about my joy and
Right.
doing things that bring me joy and make me feel soft. So if that's just getting dressed for no reason, I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm in the house. I'm gonna put some clothes on. I want to feel good.
Mhm.
Or I'm just gonna dance here when I'm on my yoga mat. I want to dance. I want to move my body. Or, I'm gonna
Yes.
sit here and do this skincare routine and or I'm gonna sip this tea, I'm gonna try a new tea, and I'm gonna read this book and just being really intentional about being soft.
You saw.
Or even like people think, soft is spa days and stuff. No, maybe it's a slow morning.
Yeah.
Take my time getting up. I'm not gonna rush checking emails and doing all these things. No, I'm gonna lay here. I'm gonna breathe a little bit before I face
Before
the
you.
world. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be intentional with this cup of tea that I'm gonna actually taste the tea that I'm drinking. I'm not throwing it back and boom, I'm out the
Yeah.
door. No, I'm gonna be intentional with my time, and that's what makes me soft so I can
That's
move
great.
softer and lighter through the world. You know?
Yeah, that's great. I think I'm actually
Mhm,
gonna steal that. I don't think I'm
mhm,
intentional about my softness. And for me right now, I actually can't even find
mhm.
a balance really because I'm busy just being strong.
Yeah, and I know what that feel like. And then sometimes you're like, dang, like, did I even eat? You don't remember what you ate because you didn't start the food down. But being intentional, like, enjoy your food. Sit
Enjoy your
down. What are
sit
we in a
down.
rush for? Because I promise every problem is gonna be there when you're done. It ain't going nowhere. Why be rushing?
I'll be there.
So
Yeah.
no.
And what do you hope the next generation of girls would understand about themselves? I know you're raising a Gen Z, well, two Gen Zs,
Oh,
right?
are they both? I think so.
First one should be a Gen Z. I'm not
Yeah.
maybe last one falls in the next category, Gen
um,
Alpha or whatever that is.
I don't know. I would hope the next generation of girls are that I hope they don't play about them.
Mm,
Don't don't let nobody tell you who you are. Don't let nobody define who you are.
don't let nobody put you in a
Okay?
box over there.
Yes, don't put you in a box. If you wanna go to the moon, you believe you can go to the moon, you go to the moon, girl. Like
Yes,
don't let anybody write your story. Or like believe who you are and show up as you are, as you
I
are.
love that.
Like
I love
I'm very
that.
big on authenticity. You ain't gotta code switch, you ain't gotta do anything.
Yeah,
Be you. I know it sounds cliche, but no, be you. The
yeah,
world is ready for you. They will receive it. They ain't got a choice. Show up. So yeah.
yeah. That's a good one.
Mhm.
So, what brings you peace and how do you protect your joy?
Yoga brings me peace.
Ooh,
Setting boundaries brings me peace.
yeah.
Yes, and communicating effectively brings me peace because I'm learning without those things, things are chaotic.
Hmm.
People are doing whatever they want to you. But if you are not communicating your wants and needs and your expectations,
That
it's going to be a mess. So yes, doing yoga is that's where I feel most peaceful.
so
So yeah, or just being with family and friends and or being by myself brings me peace. I
yeah.
am intentional about being by myself. I'll go out by myself and do things alone where, I just want to be alone. I don't want people. I was like peopling right now.
Right.
So I'll do that. So yeah.
Yeah. And what does alignment feels like for you?
Alignment feels like when things are aligned, like as far as my values, like,
Mm,
is this bringing me out of character? Is this causing me stress? How does this align with what I got going on? Is it wellness? Is it well for me in any capacity? Like how do I feel when I'm in this space
hmm.
or around this group of people? If it feels off or I'm feeling like I'm a certain way, like my attitude, my mood, my energy is changing, or I'm doing a little too much, then this does not feel like alignment to me. So then and I got to remove myself. So yeah, alignment feels like peace. It feels like my values are matching, characteristics, integrity, whatever. If that's questioned, then yeah, it's not in alignment with me.
Yeah. So dismissed. All right.
Yes.
What do you do when you feel overwhelmed?
Breathe. I do. I sit
Good
there and
one.
breathe
Sit
like a
there and
crazy
breathe.
person. I sit there looking awkward, like
Yeah. Just breathe.
I breathe or I remove myself and I take a little moment literally to just breathe. Breathe and think about how I'm going to respond to whatever the stimuli is. How am I going to respond to this? Does
Yeah.
it require an immediate response? Does it
Uh-huh.
even require a response? Is this worth my energy? But
Yeah.
it starts with some breath work
Some breath work, which is,
because
yeah.
that'll help me respond appropriately, whether that's me not responding at all or responding.
Hmm.
I need to breathe first and be mindful about what my next move is.
Yeah.
So,
Which brings a segue into my next question. Where do you feel most like yourself? Where do
when I'm
you,
doing yoga, when
okay.
I'm,
Is that, in a special place
you
or
know what? I feel most like myself anywhere
that's massive?
because again, I've gotten to a place in my life where I'm not changing up. I'm not shrinking. And I'll be in spaces with friends and, oh, Nick, you're crazy. And I'll just say whatever. I'm not changing my voice. When you reach a certain age and you're like, what I'm performing for.
Right, right.
So I
Like,
feel I am myself anywhere.
hmm.
And
Yeah.
if I can't be in a space, if I'm in a space and I can't be myself, that's not a space for me.
I
I don't
love
want to even be
that.
there.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today, your wisdom and your voice. Conversations like this reminds me like how easy it is just to uplift women, And
Mhm,
these conversations are, just let other women know like there's possibilities in community
mhm,
to grow stronger and expand. Quickly tell the people where to find you
mhm.
on the socials and what you do.
Well, I am a trauma informed yoga instructor. Um, you can find me on Instagram, the Goofy Yogi Neek, or Facebook. I believe it's the Goofy Yogi Neek, or it might be the other way around, but you'll find me if you type any of those words in. But yes,
Uh-huh.
I'm a trauma informed yoga instructor. So I cultivate wellness spaces for women to be their authentic selves, to show up as themselves, exactly who they are.
Yeah.
So people think yoga, we're just, oh, you're moving and we're just breathing and meditating. No, sometimes the women, they just come and they lay on their mat and they just want to come laugh and find joy in a space to just breathe. So, yeah,
Right.
I create safe spaces for women.
Yeah. And to everyone listening, thank you for being a part of this space. She also offers virtual yoga. So if you are not in New York, you can find her for virtual yoga. I've taken the classes and I can vouch for them. She is pretty, pretty dope. Continue celebrating and amplifying the voices of other women out there. And until next time, stay inspired, stay empowered, and keep showing up as your full self. Bye.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Love
welcome,
you,
love.
girl.
I love you too. Bye.